The intelligence is grappling to attain things. But the heart wants love. The heart needs to love. That is the essence within everyone. There's nothing that gives you so much, there's nothing in creation that could give you as much joy as deep love relationship with another. And there is nothing within creation that could cause you more pain than a frustrated love with another. Either betrayal by a loved one, or seeing the suffering of a loved one, or the death of a loved one. There is no pain that can compare. We're pleasure-seeking. And the origin is Krishna's relationship with Radha. Unlimited love and the unlimited attraction to the lover. And the Vedas explain, especially Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, Kaviraj Goswami tells how Radharani's love is so deep and so great that the happiness that she experiences in her love for Krishna is even greater than what Krishna experiences. And Krishna is Rasaraj. He's the supreme enjoyer. Krishna, by his own Leela, wants to taste the sweetness of Sri Radha's love. So therefore, the one supreme truth who becomes two for the purpose of ecstatic love, and those two, Radha and Krishna, expand themselves in all the abodes of the spiritual sky, in all the abodes of material existence, everything is emanating from them. The two become one again in the form of Sri Krishna Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna, who wants to taste the sweetness of Radha's love. Krishna appears with the heart, with the Mahabhav of Srimati Radharani, and takes the beautiful golden complexion of Sri Radharani. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nahi Ane. And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descends in this world once every 4,320,000,000 years, comes in the role of a devotee, Radharani, the suprememost devotee, and comes in the association of many, many other devotees who he brings with him from the spiritual world, just to show us how to enter into the eternal loving pastimes of the Supreme Truth by their example. Bhagavad Gita tells, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskritam dharma samstapanardaya sambhavami juge juge. Means I descend into this world to deliver the pious, to annihilate the miscreants, and to reestablish the principles of religion. But actually, the Lord does not have to descend into this world in his original form to do that. As far as establishing the principles of religion, every yuga has a yuga avatar. And every single Kali Yuga, the Yuga avatar, teaches Harinam Sankirtan. Harinama, Harinam, Harinam eva kevalam, kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyata. That the chanting of the names Hari is the most powerful way in this age of Kali of attaining perfection. Therefore, in every single Kali Yuga, there's a Yuga avatar that comes to teach the chanting of the holy name and Nam Kirtan. But it's not Lord Caitanya. Lord Caitanya is Krishna, with the supreme Mahabhava of Srimati Radharani, who comes to taste the sweetness of Radha's love and comes to distribute the love of Vrindavan to everyone. Very, very special. As far as annihilating the miscreants and protecting devotees, so many avatars could do that. Even through material nature, Krishna can do that. Just like Hiranyakashipu was harassing Prahlad. Did the Lord have to descend to protect little Prahlad? As the Paramatma in Hiranyakashipu's heart, all he had to do was just take his chakra and just cut his heart. He's the controller of material nature. He could have just had the sun come down and burn Hiranyakashipu to death. Yes, he could have done so many things without any endeavor at all. Why did he descend as Lord Narsinghadev? To give pleasure to Prahlad. Devotee and the devotee's love for the Lord. So not only is the Lord giving happiness to Prahlad, but he's showing the world the happiness of bhakti. In this age of Kali, people have such deeply rooted, selfish, egoistic propensities. And getting back to our original question, why is it that we see so many times devotees just don't seem to be making advancement? That devotees sometimes are not even as nice and morally exemplary as atheists. Why is that? Lie, cheat, egoistic. The Lord descends to this world to show us what a real devotee is. And we always have our free will. That is our constitutional nature, that we have free will. The Shikshastakam is Lord Chaitanya's beautiful 8 prayers that teaches us the consciousness in which we should chant the holy names. If all we had to do is chant, there would have been no need for him to compose these verses and for us to recite them every day. It's for us to aspire to do. Nadanam na janam na sundarim kapitam va jagadisha kamaye. Mama janmani janmanishwari bhavatad bhaktirohoita kitvai. I do not want wealth. I do not want the pleasures of sexual relationships. I do not want fame or followers. I do not even want liberation from suffering. I only want to serve you with no ulterior motives, for your pleasure. And if it is your desire, birth after birth after birth. Do we pray for that? The Lord, not only is He praying like that, but He's teaching teaching us the standard of proper prayer. Trinadapi sunichena taror ibasihishnuna. Amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. To strive to be humble, more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, eager to offer all respect to others and not expect respect for oneself. In this way, one could taste the sweetness of the holy name and chant constantly. Is this our aspiration? Is this what we're striving for? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was asked, why is it a person can be practicing sadhana bhakti and seem to not be making progress? And in his own creative way, he tells the same thing exactly that Lochan Das Thakur is speaking in this song. He told the story of the bride party, bridegroom, that a man was going to get married, and they were going to the future bride's village for the marriage. And he and his family and his friends, they all boarded a boat at night. The marriage was to start first thing at sunrise the next morning. But they had to go a long distance on the river to reach that place. So they told the boatman, we have to get there before sunrise. He said, no problem, we will get there long before sunrise. So he started rowing the boat. It was night. It must have been a moonless night. They couldn't see anything. But you don't need light when you're on a boat, because especially in those days, there was no traffic jams. It was in India. So he's just rowing and rowing and rowing, and everyone in the boat, they were thinking to be fresh in the morning for the marriage, let us go to sleep and have a good night's rest. They all went to sleep. And then they heard the rooster crow. They woke up and the sun was rising and they were getting all ready to go to the marriage. They looked around and saw they were in the exact same place that they boarded the boat. They started yelling at the boatman, what have you done? You didn't take us anywhere. Did you go to sleep? He said, no, I've been rowing all night long. I didn't go to sleep. I've been rowing. If you're rowing, then how is it that we've gotten nowhere? And somebody saw he forgot to take up the anchor. Because the anchor was there, he stayed in the same place despite all his rowing. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, as long as we cling to our selfish motivations, our separate agenda, then even doing sadhana, we don't really go anywhere. Srila Prabhupada says we will make spiritual advancement if we are sincere. We need to do our sadhana. But we need to do our sadhana, we need to do our seva with sincerity. And what that sincerity means for all practical purposes. Samsadir Haritoshanam. We really want to do it to please Krishna. Yasya prasada bhagavat prasado. To please the Guru. To please the Vaishnavas. To please the super soul, the Paramatma within the heart of all living beings. It's not about me. As long as we cling to our conditioned, selfish desires for enjoyment, for prestige, it's like an anchor. And sometimes we see devotees, by practicing bhakti, they get practically supernatural powers. Yes? They all of a sudden become incredible speakers or incredible organizers or incredible artists or incredible kirtan leaders or incredible garland makers, whatever it may be. And they really begin to excel and excel and excel, and even the world may recognize. But simultaneously, it doesn't seem that they're giving up their egos. Even their egos seem to get bigger. And it doesn't seem like they're more kind to people. They're still criticizing others, this tendency to find faults and criticize. So making spiritual advancement, if you practice sadhana, even if the anchor is deep set, we can get all kinds of material benedictions by our devotional service. But we don't really make true progress unless we are sincere. And in Vaishnavism, sincerity means we're really striving